Hello, Jessica Yorberg's back for another review, and today is another 2014 LEGO Ninjago set review, and it is set number 70723. It's called the Thunder Raider, has 334 pieces, 3 minifigures, and retails for $30 in the US, and it is recommended for ages 8 to 14. I got this at the LEGO store. These are just started to show up at the LEGO store, Toys R Us, wherever, and that's really cool because these started to show up in like mid-November. And these are really planned for a 2014 release. But you know that tends to happen. Lots of 2014 sets appear in 2013 with early releases in certain places. So that's really it, and now let's take a look at the packaging. So here's the box for the set, and I'm still really loving these LEGO Ninjago 2014 boxes. You can see the detail. It looks really cool on the front, and the top shows the minifigures and everything, and it's really detailed on the top right there. I really love that. And the back shows some more details and stuff like that. And also, the instruction booklets look excellent. The first one is for Cole's mech, and it looks really cool. And the second one is for the Thunder Raider, and it looks excellent. So I really do like how they individually designed each of the instruction booklets, because that's a really nice touch. So here's the first minifigure. It is Cole, and I know a lot of people, like Lego lover Lonita, really want Cole, and Cole is just an excellent minifigure. His torso is actually probably my favorite of the 2014 LEGO Ninjago Ninjas torsos. I think it looks really cool, and sadly he has no leg printing like all the other ninjas for this wave, and his hair is actually pretty cool. It's the Series 1 skater hair. And I'm glad that they're using that piece more and more, because that means that they're probably going to be using more collectible minifigure hair pieces in sets more commonly. And his facial printing, which I'll show later, is the same facial printing that we've been getting since 2011. And you just gotta take off his head, and then he does go with this little ninja wrap right here, which is the new ninja wrap piece for 2014. And it's kind of like a half ninja wrap, which is pretty cool. And you can see his head right there, his head printing, and it does look really cool, but it's still just the same one from 2011, which is a little bit disappointing. And his back torso actually looks really cool. I really do love that with the gold and the little orange it looks like. So yeah, now on to the next figure. So here's Jay, and he's probably my favorite variation of Jay we've ever gotten. I don't know why. And he is exclusive to the set in this variation, and his torso printing is really nice. His leg printing sadly has no leg printing like all the other LEGO Ninjago 2014 Ninjas. And his back printing actually looks pretty cool. His hair is the hair from 2008 that a lot of people love, and I really love it too. And we got it in the same color in 2008 because one of the agents from LEGO Agents had the hair in this color, the guy with the glasses, I forgot his name. But it is usually known as a LEGO Agent Chase hair. And Agent Chase had it in this color in 2008 in black. And he does come with his Techno Blade, which looks really cool. It's on a little saw blade, so that's, I guess, pretty interesting. And if you take off his little head right there, you can see his head printing, and you just put it back on like that. And it's the same head printing that we've gotten since 2011. And his ninja wrap is, there are 2 in this set, and of course it's a new mold for 2014. Okay. For 2014. And you do get 2 in this set, like with all the other sets. So here is the Ninjoid, and this is the last minifigure, and this is the cheapest way you can get this variation. He does come in the Hover Hunter too, which is cheaper, but he doesn't come with his little ninja wrap, which is kind of interesting. And he also comes in the Destructoid set, or his pieces do, so you can kind of make him there. And here's his back printing. And he does come with this new mold, which is seen in a few other sets for the other, like it's seen with General Cryptor, and it's seen with some more Ninjoids, which are like the Ninja Copter and the Ninja Mech Dragon. But it's still a pretty nice mold. It is made in China, but still. And you can see his under face or whatever. And here is his back. So yeah, he's pretty cool. It's just another minifigure that we're going to get a lot of for 2014. But he's still a pretty cool minifigure. So here's everything that you get in the set. You get Cole's mech, the Thunder Raider, and a little turret for the Ninjoid. So first up is the little turret, and it is a pretty nice throw-in for the Ninjoid, and you can just kind of fit him right there. And there's no like little play features or anything, but it just looks really nice. And wow, you see the Ninja is a little bit top heavy, and it does go with that little printed piece right there, which is pretty cool. And here is the side right there, and then the front. You can see it's a pretty cool build because you use those binoculars and these little rods right here. And there's a little part so you can hold the little techno blade if he gets a hold of it. So that's kind of interesting right there. And you can actually fold it like this way. So that's kind of interesting. You just gotta put these little parts up, and you can kind of position it in different ways. But it looks better when it's all of those are like kind of standing up because it looks more like a turret. And now on to Cole's mech. So here's Cole's mech, and it's actually really, really awesome looking. It's a pretty unique design for a mech, which I really like because we are getting lots of mechs in 2014, but this one kind of stands out. It has these little shoulder pads right here, I guess you could say, which both of those are stickers, but they still look pretty nice, and they're fairly easy to put on. And there are stickers on the little legs right there, which are right here and right here, which says 05, and this one shows kind of Cole's symbols or whatever. So that's kind of interesting. And you could fit Cole actually right here, so you just pop him on to this part. And he doesn't really hold this little handlebar right here like you would think he would. You just kind of make it look like he's holding it. So you put his hands up and pop him right there, and then you fold it down. So it looks a little bit like he's holding it, or I guess you could put it like this, position it down, and then put the handlebar down, and there you go. So it's kind of interesting that you can't hold it like directly, but it still looks pretty cool nevertheless. And you could actually move these little parts around right here, these little blades, because they are on ball joints, so it looks pretty cool right there. So you just move that all around, and then you can move it again because there's another ball joint. So there's lots of posability with these on both sides. And the same could be said with this side because it's like identical but except reversed. And so it's really cool. No printing on this little part right here, but it still looks pretty nice. And you could actually connect it to the Thunder Raider, which I will show later after I'm done with both of the close-ups. And here's the back. It's a little bit weird. There's like these little parts right here, which I guess could be said to be jetpacks or whatever. But it's still kind of interesting that they have those on. And yeah, that is it for the close-up on Cole's mech. And now onto the Thunder Raider. So here is the Thunder Raider. You can see I fit Jay in there pretty snugly, and you could just take him out, and there's like room in the cockpit or whatever, just to fit one minifigure. And there's a little printed piece right there, which we've seen a billion times, and two stickers right there for Jay's Thunder or whatever. And you can just close the cockpit right there, and there's these two tread parts right here, which are both made out of 24 treads each, which give it kind of a tread movement by moving it up and down like that. And that still looks pretty nice, and sorry about that. And the back has these little missiles right here, which don't shoot or anything. They're not like flicking fire. They're just really for design. And those look pretty cool, I guess. And you could just flip them open like that and flip them back like that. And we use this area actually to put on Cole's mech, which I will show later. But for now, you can see the back right here. There's these little wheels, and there's not really much detail on the back. I think it's a little bit empty right here, which is a little bit disappointing. But I guess without that, if it had more stuff, the little mech wouldn't fit on. And if you flip it to the underside, you can see there's actually a little bit of detail right there with this little, I guess, fire or maybe a thruster or something like that. And here's the back detail right there. So it's pretty cool. It's very small, but I think I like that because it's a little bit more sleek than, say, like this ultrasonic Raider or whatever. But yeah, now let's show the Thunder Raider connected with Cole's mech. So I connected the mech to the Thunder Raider, and you can see it fits on really well. It's just connected by these two little hooks right there because they kind of hook in like that. So that's pretty cool. It does take up the much needed empty space in the back, and you just kind of take it off and then position the mech, and then there you go. So it's a very easy take off and put on. And then if you see, there's like a little bit of area right here, which I was kind of complaining about, but I discovered if you put it like that, those parts flip open. And I guess that's a little bit of a cool feature, but it's still not very necessary. And it still is a little bit weird because you can't like flick or fire these missiles. But still, it's a very cool set, and now it's final verdict. Overall, I actually think this is an excellent set. Probably my favorite of the 2014 LEGO Ninjago sets. It's definitely a big surprise because I wasn't expecting it to be, but thankfully, like, Be Kind to Rewind, he convinced me to buy this set, and I wasn't going to get this set at first. It was one of my first buys of the 2014 LEGO Ninjago stuff, but wow, it is just excellent. I would definitely give it an A. It's a great match to the latest $30 set, which was the Golden Dragon, which came out earlier this year. And yeah, these kind of complement one another because they're both really strong $30 sets for LEGO Ninjago. And it isn't perfect. For example, I don't really like the back of the Thunder Raider without the mech on. And it would have been cool to maybe get an exclusive minifigure besides just one exclusive minifigure. But still, I still really love the 3 minifigures, even though they're not exclusive. Granted, Cole is extremely easy to get because he does come with the Hover Hunter set, which is the cheapest set, and most of the Ninjago is easy to get. But this is the cheapest way to get that Ninjago with the wrap in a set, because the only other 2 sets besides the special edition set, so the other 3 sets are the special edition set, which is going to be really hard to find, but it's probably going to be $30, the Ninjago Mech Dragon, and the Ninja Copter. But he's still a really cool minifigure. I do love the Ninja wrap itself, even though it is made in China. And his little structure is pretty cool too. That's a great add-on. The price per piece ratio is above average because you do have those little treads there, and the treads bring up the price per piece ratio or the piece count by a lot because there are 48 treads for both parts. And the mech itself is probably one of the strongest mechs for 2014, just judging by pictures. It's tied with probably my favorite Hero Factory 2014 mech, and I think they're both really cool because it's a unique version of a mech, because a problem I'm seeing with a lot of mechs is we're getting a lot of them which look a lot alike. But this one it's pretty unique because it has like shoulder pads and it's much more skinnier and slimmer. So I really do love the mech. And the same can be said with the Thunder Raider. It's a smaller version of the Ultrasonic Raider, but I do really love the blue color scheme. I think that's a really strong compliment to the Thunder Raider design. So I think the builds are strong. I think the minifigures are pretty strong, but it ain't perfect, like I said, because Jay is the only exclusive minifigure in this set. But I will definitely give it an A. I think it's a fantastic set. Pick it up if you see it. If you're a huge LEGO Ninjago fan, this is just a must-have. So yeah, that is it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.